Hi, it's Jez here from Nigezza.co.uk. Thank you for joining me today. So today I'm bringing you the video for the Stamp Ink Share blog hop, and the theme this month is the new mini catalogue. So this is the autumn to December mini catalogue from Stamping Up, and I am going to be using clearly the wrong page mark there. It was this bookmark I was going for. So I'm using the Snowflake Splendor Suite. Love it. Well, this was me, definitely. This was in my basket when I first saw the catalogue. Just love it. Waiting on that to arrive, but it has been shipped. I haven't got the glimmer paper, but I've got everything else. And it is just beautiful. And I love the colour palette. Highland Heather, Pool Party, Coastal Cabana, Balmy Blue, Pacific Point, Misty Moonlight, and Night of Navy. Now, let me give you a closer look at these papers. These were not a pack of paper that I sat and stroked. It was one that I just cut into. So I've only got half a pack because I do a paper share with my mate Jill from Paper Daisy Crafting. So I've got half a pack. But lovely, lovely snowflakes. We're using that sheet today. We're using this sheet today as well. Love it. And these will cut out with the dies. So you get a die set that goes with the stamp set. And you can cut these out if you wanted to. You can stamp them and die cut them. There is the stamps exactly the same, but they will die cut those as well, which I like. It's handy if you haven't got all the colours. Then we've got this one. I love those. I love it. It's kind of a tie-dyed watercolour sort of effect. And the same one here, this very sort of watercolour-y. Very, very beautiful and lovely. Love that. I would wear that if it was fabric. Really nice there. And they kind of match the shapes of the snowflakes in the stamp set as well. Sort of quite similar to these shapes. And then this one is lovely, and what isn't part of the suite but does go with this is some little snowflakes that we've got, which are really lovely as well. Gonna actually keep those out. I might chuck a few of those on my project. And then we've got this lovely snowflakes as well, and then this last page of snowflakes, and then this beautiful watercoloured sort of pattern. So very, very beautiful papers. I say I have been using these papers, and I've got them all cut up ready for my project today. So we've got that. You've seen the dies, you've seen the stamp set. The stamp set has shown 70%, so they are much, much bigger in real life, and they are. You turn the page over here, the picture, unless it's otherwise stated, that's the size of the actual stamp. So if you ever wonder, then they do show them at the actual size in the book, and you can see that's bigger than what's on there. We have the ribbon, the Snowflake Splendor ribbon. Very beautiful, very iridescent, and that really goes well with these little snowflakes there. It's quite a stiff ribbon, and let me just do a quick bow so you can see what it looks like in a bow. You would have seen my project if you've been on the blog hop. You'd have seen my projects, my stack of boxes. And you will know how it turned out, because I haven't made it yet, so I don't know. I do there. So I say it's quite stiff. So but you can still get a nice little bow there. And then we have these gems here. So these are blue adhesive backed gems that come in different sizes, and they're different tones. So you've got like a darker tone, a night of navy sort of darker tone, and a balmy blue sort of lighter tone. Halved these with Jill as well. So love them. Right, so let's get on with our project. So what are we making today? We are making a stack of boxes. So this is last year's stack of boxes which I made, and these they sort of decorated the dining room. They looked really lovely, and all Christmas I looked at them and went, I think the middle box is not tall enough. So I've resized them. I've resized it completely, and I've done this out of retired stuff as a prototype, and so they're all the same height, and the lid comes down the same distance. So I think that sort of is a bit more pleasing to my eye, I think. So it's just really made, these were in proportion to each other but not overall. So anyway, that was just what I thought. I'll probably make it and think, nah, I'd like to change it again. So we'll see when it's done. So I've chosen these three colours for my lids, and I was thinking about the base, and I pulled out these sort of three colours, and I thought that was a bit too much. Even though it's my favourite colour, I thought that was a bit too much. I thought the white wasn't enough, and a bit like Goldilocks and the Three Bears, I thought that was just right. So that's what I've gone for. So I've cut my card bases ready to do that. So we have got 6 by 6 with just a 16th took off, 5 by 5 with just a 16th took off, and 4 by 4 with just a 16th took off. And then for the bases we have 7 3/8, 6 3/8, 5 3/8, obviously square, so 5 3/8 by 5 3/8, etc. Okay, we are going to score all of these at 1 3/4 on all four sides, and all of these at 1 inch on all of four sides. So quite easy. I thought what I'd do is I'd make one with you and sort of speed the rest up. So let's do the biggie, the big biggie. So 1 3/4 on all four sides. Nice and simply does it. And then this one is 1 inch on all four sides. So you've got 3/4 of an inch showing of the box. Right, so I'll do these after. So we need our bone folder, and we are going to, I need to just do that edge a little tad. Beautiful on the inside. You're so beautiful inside and out. There. And in this case it really is. There we go. And then do the same for this. And this gives me some Christmas decorations that are a much different colour to what I normally have, which will be nice. So we are just going to cut straight up there. I like to kind of feel where the score mark ends. I always rotate, and then I kind of feel to where that score line is, and then fail miserably to get it in the right place. I do that every time I demonstrate. Whenever I say that's what I do, I fluff it up. When I just do it, I just do it. And then because I cut that way better, I just turn it round to do these ones. So very, very quick and simple. And the because I made a prototype, and because that sort of greeny one is not necessarily Christmas, although I do like check for Christmas, I thought, oh, we could fill those with sweets for the kids for their birthday. The kids, when I say kids, I'm meaning my 28-year-old and my 22-year-old. They always still put chocolate on their Christmas lists. So, and why not? So, I'm going to... So they are made in exactly the same way. I make the bottom before I make the top so that I can make the top round the bottom. So I know I've got a snug fit. Saying that sentence, make the top around the bottom. It's quite odd, but I'm sure you know what I mean, and if you don't, all will be revealed. So just pull them off. Oh. There we go, and there's one there. Okay. Do you like my grid paper? That was from on stage a few years ago. I had a mucky piece, and then I found this underneath, so that was quite cool. Right, I'm going to do, for quickness, I'm going to do Fast Fuse. We do have Stamp and Seal Plus, which is as strong as Fast Fuse. And as when I finally run out of Fast Fuse, I will be buying it. But at the moment, I don't need it. And the refill will fit in here. So I could just buy a refill. Rather than... they're that sort of shape. That's the new size. This is Stamp and Seal. But the refills are identical. I don't know if you can see in there, but they are, which is pretty cool. If you've got these, I've got loads from an offer years ago. Clearly overbought. Well, I didn't overbuy because I knew I'd use it. I didn't think it would take me 3 years, and it's not going to. It's probably going to take me 4. I've got that much. I was going to use it as a. I was going to give one free to each class attendee. But I didn't in the end. I liked it so much, it was like, nah, actually I'm going to keep it. So then I just give that a bit of that. And then I'm going to use my Tombow on these corners because I do sort of do a bit of wigglage on these. So... and sometimes they change a tad, so I don't want, it's basically stuck and it's stuck when you use Fast Fuse. So this is what I mean by making the top round the bottom. I put the bottom, I put it round the bottom of the box so that you know you've got a good fit. And then it's going to be snug. Snug as a bug in a rug. There we go. Helps if you press it, Jez. Helps if you press it. And this is why I use Tombow and not Fast Fuse, because it does always end up slipping a bit. I guess it wouldn't slip if it was Fast Fuse. So that is smugly fit round the bottom, so you now know that when you take it off, Oh, that corner undid. I didn't press it hard enough. It will snugly fit around the lid because it fitted around the bottom. And that is box number 1. I chose that for the bottom layer because it's the bigger box and it had bigger snowflakes than this sheet. And I thought if I use these big ones on the top, it's not so good. I mean, the top is only a 2-inch square, so you just have like massive snowflakes. So that was my reason for that. So I'm going to make the others in exactly the same way. So that's the 3 boxes all made. As you can see, they all stand exactly the same height, and they're just gone down in size 1 inch all the way. So they're all in proportion. Okay, so now we need the ribbon. So I've got this lovely Snowflake Splendor ribbon, which I could use to go around, and it gives you a little bit of shimmery bling. Or the thought I had was this ribbon here. So this is a trio pack, and I thought about this. This is Purple Posy, and but I thought it might bring out the purple in the DSP really nicely, and thought that might work as well. So, and it's a nice feel, this ribbon, so I thought the bow might fall nicely, whereas the other one's quite stiff. So I think I'm going to go with that one. And I think I worked out it's about 35 inches, did it, the ribbon. So these are 16 inches across. So 2/16 is 32. So we'll go about there. And I think that'll be enough. I'm also going to cut some snowflakes, I think. My hands are sticky. I have washed them, but they're still a bit sticky. Yeah, slightly darker on one side, I think, than the other. Yeah, ish. Yeah, maybe not. Maybe not really. So I mean, this is going to be an ornament, so I could put a little blue dot or something to hold them in place, but I found that by just doing my bow was enough. So I'm tying it tight up and down, and that means that the bow should fall lefty righty. With my extremely sticky fingers, this may go a little bit peak-tong. That seems to be working. There we go. Let's pull that ribbon out a bit better. Gone all crinklified. Pull it a bit. Go that way. This was like 10 minutes to make the box, and then 3 hours to faff with the ribbon. There we go. A little bit more in there. There we go. Nice little bit of ribbon there. Might trim that down slightly. So then I was thinking I might put some snowflakes around, and I might cut my snowflakes in the Highland heather. So I've got some scraps. So I've got some balmy blue, some Highland heather and some whisper white. So I'm going to cut some snowflakes out to decorate, and I think I'm going to use the littler ones. We have big ones, but I think these littler ones I could do. We've got little, middle size, big, and obviously bigger. These ones cut out the stamped images, these three. That one cuts but stays in. I think you might have seen a box that I made with that. Just trying to think of my scheduling, whether or not you would have seen that or not. So I think I'm going to cut I'll cut one of each out, and then we'll have a little bit of a fiddle. I might put them all the way around. Okay, so I've cut them out. I decided not to do white in the end, and so as I was cutting them out, I had these three sizes, and I realised that this is only an inch. So if I was going to take them apart, that's too big. That you could possibly, but then there's chances of them being knocked. So I sort of figured that actually they've all got to be the little one, because they're too big really, although I quite like it over the top. And the other thing I noticed was that I could layer these up, just offside them a bit, and they would layer up nicely. Got a perfect over there, and you can layer them that way round, or that way round, which I thought would give you quite a nice little look. So that's what I thought I'd do. So not use these. Did think about sticking one on the top, because that's quite, could layer them up as well and have a nice big one on the top. Still thinking about that, because that then sticks to the ribbon, so you can't then take it off. So I may not do that. So I am going to layer these together. I'm not sure how many I need. I did like 6 of each, because I thought I'd put 3 on each side and alternate them. So if we had a purple one there, and a blue one there, and a blue one at the top, and sort of alternate around. But then I thought, oh, they get lost, which was, then I thought, oh, I'll layer them together. So I may not have enough, but I'm going to see. So I'm just going to poke out some of those that haven't quite poked out. It's only a couple. That's it, really, isn't it? Yep. So little blob. I'm going to use my Tombow that I've got in one of these, and I'm just going to put a little bit on the centre, and then I'm going to put a tiny blob on each of these. Oh. And then stick them down, preferably not to the grid matches. So putting the sticky out bit on there. Tweezers might be my friend here. I don't have any. Well, I do, but I don't know where they are. And I just don't find them easy to use. To be honest. There. That worked. Ish. Do with moving slightly. And then those will go nicely on here. So I'm going to stick some one way and then some the other. So that's them all cut out and stuck down. So then it's just a matter of deciding where I want them. And that middle one is quite plain. I mean, the bow's there, but I think we could do with one there and maybe put one there. And then I thought we'd like dot them round the outside and random places. So I'm just gonna use a little bit of the Tombow again, and not too much. So I'll stick that one there. Going to stick one on the side. This middle one hasn't got its own sort of decoration quite so much. It's a much plainer paper, so quite like. Then look at that on there. So if you're in it from the side. Put one there on. Put one on the top. Have one on the bottom. So we can see 3 from that view, 2 from that view, nothing on the back. Might put another one on there. I'm thinking power 3. So I can see 3 in that view, I can see 3 in that view, I can just see 2 in that and 2 in that. So if I stick that one there, I think that will work. And then I'm gonna put some gems, I think, around it. So I can see 3 in that view, 3 in that view, 3 in that view, 3 in that view. So gem for the middle. We've got those lovely iridescent snowflakes, or we've got these, which should be pretty, or a little snowflake. I'm going to see what the snowflakes look like. Snowflake in the middle of the snowflakes. Might be quite nice. Yes, I think those ones, as opposed to these gems. Although I do quite like the look of those gems. I could put the darker blue on the blue and the lighter blue on. Right. Let's have a little look. That there and that there. Do you know, can't decide. Really can't decide. I think I'm going to use snowflakes. Are you screaming at me going, what you reckon? Right. So, going for these ones that are a bit more, they're kind of, well, it depends on where you see them in the light as to what colour they look. So, let's get some fresh putty. There we go. Stick that in the middle. Cooking on gas. Spoke too soon. Move it across. Move. Oh, seem to have dropped one. Stay. Did that drop off from somewhere? No, I'll pick it up. I'll have you. Thank you. Go on there. I think you've lost your stick, haven't you? Sort you out later. There we are. And then I might just randomly put some for some extra bling and twinkle. Where we haven't got a snowflake. Here we are, little snowflakes around my box. Quite like the look of that. And there we have it. So, updated for 2020. Different colour palette. Gone from the traditional to the snowy. It's a bit like Frozen, isn't it? It's like a Frozen, if you had a Frozen fan, this would make a lovely gift box, wouldn't it? Just thought of that. But it's very sort of Frozen colours, isn't it? My little great nephew absolutely loved Frozen. We actually took him to a meet and greet with Elsa and Anna, and oh, he proper hugged them and wouldn't let go. It was like, good job we were the last ones in the line, because otherwise it'd have been holding everybody up. But it was quite magical. So yeah, that would be lovely, wouldn't it? Anyway, so all the measurements will be over on nigezza.co.uk. And if you are here because you've been on the blog, excellent. If you haven't, please pop over and click on the link to go and see what everybody else has made from the new mini catalogue. I'm sure they'll be fabulous. Okay, so I will see you again tomorrow for another tutorial. And yeah, so enjoy the rest of your day. Bye for now.